Didn't Michelangelo have to be threatened with death in order to finish a Sistine Chapel?
I don't know.
I think that's true. It's an important lesson for artists.
So to get Skrauss moving, we need to threaten him.
Yeah. I'm gonna kick the crap out of you. Don't finish your initial. Is that threatening enough?
Maybe.
Probably
I'll
not.
finish. I'll finish. It'll be good enough, if not good. Okay, I have actual paintings, and I'm going to incorporate them with cardboard and paintings on cardboard. Doc A's daily life, which are on the paintings, and then Doc A's adventure into madness, where he first became a master of the mystic arts.
So, is your show going to involve those paintings that you've been putting on Facebook?
Oh yeah,
Okay. Because those are brilliant.
you like those?
Uh-huh.
Paintings need to be fresh, you know. Paintings.
What do you mean fresh?
What does that new painting smell?
Like they're getting fly with you?
No. You mean, isn't that jiggy?
Oh, jiggy. Yeah, fly.
No, the paintings are like
Skrauss, that painting
I wouldn't
is
have-
fresh. I believe that was an early 90s term.
It was.
That was
Even the late
that was
80s.
Another hipster costume.
Even mid 80s. Beastie Boys with the fresh fly threads, but it meant cool.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what it meant?
Yeah. You guys didn't know that? Yeah.
Thanks for clearing that up, Skrauss.
You're the one using it wrong.
Seriously.
Things I should have said, but that I never said. How do I want people to walk away from my art experiences? I want people to leave my art laughing, or with a sense of wonder. Welcome to the Scrap House Multinational Wine Cellar. The wine of the Scrap House Multinational comes automatically decanted. Shall we proceed to the film? In the words of Peter Batchelder, it's not where you get it, it's where you take it. In the words of my hero, Hubert Dreyfus, it's the mood and your receptivity to the mood that's important. For instance, the mood of agape love, which overcomes you in the presence of Christ. Or the mood of aggression, which overcomes you when you're receptive to Aries. Or the mood of eros, which overcomes you when you're receptive to Aphrodite. Being receptive to the moods is what makes you live a fully human life. But, in the words of H.R. Pufnstuf, He can't do a little, but he does what he can. We do what we can. Not all of us have the privilege of being. Christianity's on the collapse. In my life. On the collapse. But there's no other option.
No, I'm completely original. Haven't seen cardboard used like this before, especially as like a framework.
We live in a culture addicted to its own entertainment, and
It really inspires me.
Really? To do what?
To use cardboard more.
Desire for amusement, as caricatured in Infinite Jest, tragically.
I really liked how that worked, especially just the ways that you can manipulate cardboard. It's kind of groundbreaking in a way, but I mean, like just seeing it the way that used here, I mean, that opens up more ideas.
Doc A.
For it.
Good.
Yeah.
Caught in the middle. Both an entertainer, somebody searching for the truth and meaning. There is no meaning in our addiction to amusement. A meaningful life comes from receptivity, according to Hubert Dreyfus. My hero, Hubert Dreyfus. Hubert Dreyfus! So in devolving the installation, Doorway into Madness, I was challenged to take it from a maximalist expression, reduce it to a haiku. So what's the core element? What's the atom that I can reduce the matter of each installation's moment into? I was surprised at the results. The human sacrifice became an ionization cloud with an arm coming out of it, holding the heart, human heart. Removing the body of the priest. It's amazing. By removing the priest, I reduced it to just its bare elements, just everything it needed. But I also removed the priest. It's not the priest who kills the human sacrifice. It's God who kills the human sacrifice. She gave me a list of animators. People look at my cardboard and they think of animation immediately. I don't think of animation. When I think of animation, I think of what a pain in the ass.
I got up really late today. I have lots of work to do. I should be doing it I wish I would have got up when my alarm went off. Instead, I went back to bed when my alarm went off. First thing I'm going to do is get rid of some of the junk I don't like. I'm not sure what that's going to be. We'll find out. The installation this pile of junk is definitely going. These skulls are too small for this shelf, but I really do like these bottles of red stuff. These pre-Milwaukeean drinking vessels are definitely not coming home with me. For sale cheap. Or you can just get them out of the dumpster like I got the trilobites. This bottle is going. I love this bull's head. Video just doesn't capture it. Drawing of an owl, probably going. This stupid looking sign, I was gonna whack it with a stick, but I'd really like it. I don't know why. Stuff, I hate this pyramid, but I like this pile of stuff. If I put this pile of stuff over by the sacrificial boy, I could clear out this corner. I would leave that pyramid there. I'd put that eyeball pyramid on the floor. Ooh. Just with a drawing. But our understanding of human sacrifice comes from Hollywood depictions of Satanism and jungle epics. Actual human sacrifice was a process of entering divinity. Yes! That's so great. New face.
If there's no change, there's only stagnation.
There it is.
Square knot. I hate wire spirals. I hate them. Being lucky and being cared for are radically different phenomena. If we experience blind luck to be the source of whatever is beyond our control, as the Romans did, then it makes no sense to feel grateful for the favorable things that happen. The cost, however, is a kind of detachment from the world that makes it impossible to experience meaning in our lives. The Greeks, by contrast, held the world in constant wonder. They could not help but be amazed and grateful whenever anything favorable happened in their lives. This kind of amazement and wonder, and the gratitude that follows naturally from it, is the key to everything sacred in the world of the Greeks. From All Things Shining by Hubert Dreyfus and Sean Dorrance Kelly. Believing in good fortune and misfortune as the sole agents of change in our lives leads to Stoicism, which leads to nihilism. The Greeks also believed that all skill when operating at our best was a gift from the gods. It was the gods moving in our lives. To believe that we can do it all on our own also leads to nihilism, because we can't do it all on our own. Flow. Flow. When you're so good, you're just doing whatever it is you're doing, not even thinking about it. You're on autopilot, and it comes out perfect. As soon as you try thinking about it, you wreck it, because you're interfering with the gods. Because flow, Dreyfus and Kelly call it attunement. When you're attuned to the gods and let them operate through you, that's when you're at your best. My art is at its best when I'm just making it. In fact, I can't even make anything if I plan it ahead and try to take control of it. That ends up breaking it. The installation, doorway into madness, where the installation takes place. When I get to the canvas where the painting takes place, it's all improvisation. I don't know what the work means until it's done. The secret to making an engaging video is not a secret at all. Speak, or vice versa. I found this apple in the street. Pretty tasty. What's that? Yeah, I do. I have to, Oh! $1.50 is in here. I keep my money mixed with my pins. Anti-theft device. I don't know if it works. This camera's 6 feet tall. Doesn't look like it. This camera is 6 feet tall. Some might call it the god of consumer-grade video equipment. A painter was in me the other day. She wasn't fond of the cardboard. She said, why isn't it just paint? Or, what if it was foam core? And we discussed the versatility of foam core and how it's not very versatile at all. She said you'd have, in order to bend it, you'd have to put cuts in specific places, and the craftsmanship would go way up. And we agreed that that was then somebody else's project. Oh yeah. The air holes aren't big enough. Shake it. Come on, work it. I thought for sure the painting on the floor would go first, but it turns out Say, what if I take that painting and put it where this thing is? Let's do it. Oh, you want to hear a poem? Let's see what we got in the notebook. Take 2. Complete. Midnight. Dunkin' Donuts. Dunkin' Donuts doesn't allow dogs. It was worse coming back from Madison, he said. I shivered in my wool coat. It breaks my heart, this cold so early. We turned our faces west along Blue Mound Road, music store, strip mall, bright sheen under the lampposts, empty parking lot. I have a dream of winter. Have a dream. It's summer, every year. Of winter. I say, first day of summer. Every year. I said. Broom handle weaponized, that fly on the flagpole. Water bottle on the light stand, with an arm coming out holding a human heart. Shining. To shine, you have to believe in something besides yourself. You can't turn one of your hairs gray or black. You can't even do what you intend to do. I am he and you are me and we are she and everyone's me. Come together right now over me. Sitting on a cornflake, waiting for the van to come. Do 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 do. I'm Skrauss. You may recall me from such films as Skeletons Come Out of the Closets, Part 1. It's midnight. I don't know what to expect from me at midnight. According to the Obama countdown calendar, we have 371 days, 2 hours, 45 minutes, and 30 seconds until Obama is fired. E pluribus unum. Scout's honor, Hail Mary. You know what I wanted to tell you is that there's something that needs to be done in the art world, and I think that's a complete revolution. Can you say revolution? Let me tell you about revolution. Revolution looks something like this. This is as close as I came to revolution. And you can see that it's some junk, some cardboard, and some stuff in a room. So the idea is, the cardboard enhances the painting, and the painting enhances the cardboard. They work together, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The exciting thing, actually, is the story. Doorway into Madness. Doc A is a stock character. He's a master of the mystic arts, similar to Doctor Strange, Mandrake the Magician, Dr. Fate, those comic book guys. But he's also a film noir thug, right? Like you see in, those things. Everybody's popping each other with pistols. Humphrey Bogart is smoking and rolling his oaks every 2 seconds. Like there's a match that he dips in the thing and pulls it out, and it's flame on the end. He lights a Doc A. The exciting thing is that there's snapshots of Doc A's daily life, which is everything that's not exciting. So he's into caves, he goes altars, to ruins, full of stains, underground, any blood, human sacrifices, amulets, and then he proceeds to, presumably, I guess, uses his newfound powers to gain more power. He just goes out for his own day. That's his adventurous life. But the paintings, in adventure fiction, daily life hardly ever gets depicted. So Doc A's daily life is way more boring, except for the sea monster that appears. The sea monster, Wimples, his manservant.
My art bores people who love art. People who love art don't like fantastic stories. People who love literature don't love fantastic stories. Even though the most literary of all fiction, the Iliad, the Aeneid, Dante's Inferno, Shakespeare's The Tempest, these are all complete fantasies, and yet fantasy fiction, science fiction, is treated like crapola by the literati. I don't know why that is. I don't know why they're genre snobs, but they are. So my work tends to cause the genre snobs' eyes to glaze over. They yawn a lot, they just wait for me to stop talking, and then they change the subject. So what I'm doing with this, it's a room-sized installation made up of many moments. Doc A, he comes face to face with being. What is being in the face of godhood? Nobody talks about that. But Doc A talks about that. So, Doc A and the god, the storm god, modeled after Baal, storm god, for a time. For a time he was useful.
So the goal here is to reduce, resize, and upcycle. I'm reducing the show from the sprawling whatever it is to a less sprawling something else. And there's a lot of white space now. I suppose there's going to be more white space. I don't know how I feel about all that white space. Technically, they're sort of connected by that shadow that's subtly stretching across. There's a lot of white space. My grandmother died last week. Just a few days ago, actually. But I don't know why I thought I'd mention that. We weren't close or anything. Never mind. Pretend I didn't bring it up.
All the writing of the installation took place while I was installing it, and while I was stripping it away, editing it. And I still don't know what it's about. How can you articulate the primordial desire we have for human sacrifice? All religion is based on human sacrifice. not a trinity. The Godhead is a sphere, cut with infinite facets. And each human being can see one facet. Maybe a handful of other facets. But just as Helen of Troy was Achilles was receptive to aggression, we don't like to think that aggressiveness is a facet of God. And the culture burns. It's always burning because it's oxidizing, because it's always being transformed from one element to another. There's always a chemical reaction going on. We're no longer Platonic. Why do we insist on keeping Christianity Platonic? We need to get out the nunchucks. And start breaking eggs.
The work is done. Would believe my black
That aggressiveness
It'll be good enough. If not good, okay, I've actually things cardboard and cardboard.
is the facet of God.
The trouble is that nobody has a car big enough for a painting. What did you think of my art show?
I was best.
What was your favorite part?
Food.
What was your least favorite part?
Penguin.
That lady who splatted paint everywhere.
Oh,
Pictures.
do you think there's a future for cardboard and art?
The cow.
Probably not.
Probably not. All right,
And the pig.
thank you.